What's up, YouTube? Funnel Doc here. In today's video, I'm going to show you all the basics you need to know about setting up your funnel. Now, I'm sorry I haven't been able to make a lot of videos lately. ClickFunnels is doing their launch, and I really want to be a part of that and help put that out to my audience. So my attention's been diverted, but now that it's over, we're in progress. I'm going to be putting out a video a day just like I promised. And today we're going to be going over the overview of funnels. I'm going to explain all the ins and outs that you need to know before you ever really start building. Tomorrow we're going to go into elements and get more into building in funnels. Each day I'm going to have smaller, shorter content so it helps with the algorithm. Unlike before where I'd make 30 and 45-minute videos, all the videos now are going to be about 10 to 15 minutes at the max. So with that being said, we'll jump into today's video, funnel overview. When you log into ClickFunnels 2.0, you're going to see this actual dashboard now. Now, the first thing you want to do is you actually want to go over to the settings tab, which is down here. It's the second from the bottom. And if you haven't already, you want to install your themes and your actual styles. Now, the difference between themes and styles, if you click on themes down here, you'll see you have different types of themes. And if you click at the bottom or top right here, you'll be able to add a new theme. And there's 4 different themes. I like to use this dark one because in my funnel doc branding, I use a lot of darks, golds, and things like that. So that one plays into my theme and my style throughout. Now, mind you, when you click these themes, when you pick a theme, that's going to be your theme throughout all your pages. And when you click it, if you go to funnels and then go to pages, you'll be able to see here are your theme pages. Now, these are the pages that ClickFunnels automatically makes for you. This will be like your membership site. It'll be like if you get a 404 error and can't find a page there. If it will be like your different home templates, your course sections, etc. As you can see, they build them all out for you. And if I click like right here, this example of the course theme, you'll be able to see that it's very similar to what? Now, I've already went through and sort of branded this myself, so it's a little bit different, but you'll see it's very similar to my dark theme. Now, mind you, if you have a theme set already and pick a new one, it's going to change everything throughout and rebrand your theme according to the new theme you pick. So just be careful with that. The last thing you want to do is go through here, build everything out, and then choose a new theme because it will change everything throughout, and you might have to do a lot of changes. So that's a theme. That is throughout all of it. And like I said, that will allow ClickFunnels to make all your pages for you, or at least give you a basic layout. The next thing you want to really look at are your styles. Now, as you see right here, I've got 3 different styles set up. Now, you can think of styles sort of like a brand guide, okay? So if you want to have a specific font type, specific font sizes, certain colors, this is where you set all that up. And this is great because then when you have different products, or if you're doing agency work, maybe you have different clients and they want specific types of branding throughout, or fonts, styles that are different brand setup, you can do that here. So let's say, for instance, we're looking at my CF2 Mastery. Now, once you've created a style, and it's super easy to do, you just hit new style, and then you come in, and this could be for CF2 done for you. That's my ClickFunnels 2 migration services, where if you have trouble moving everything from ClickFunnels 1 into ClickFunnels 2, just let me know and I'll move everything for you. So we'll hit style, and then you'll see it's listed. Now, if I wanted to come in and actually customize that actual style, I'd go to the little palette right here, click that bad boy, and now you're going to see this is the outline of what it is. Whenever I click that style, it's going to pre-populate everything to whatever settings I have right here. So as you can see right now, if I go to fonts at the top left, you're going to see you have your base font for desktop and your base font for mobile. So, mobile, I definitely want it around like a 16 or a 15, whereas my base font, I probably want that around a 22 or a 23 for the desktop. And you can see as I click those change. So let's first of all look at the headlines. So these are your headlines right here. These are your subheadlines, and this is what your content looks like. And there are the 4 basic settings. You've got small, medium, large, and extra large. And you'll see when you click on an actual element block, we'll get in this tomorrow in more depth, you'll see these 4 buttons are there. And when you choose one of them, it presets everything to whatever you chose that matches the extra large, large, medium, or small settings. Now, let's say, for instance, I didn't want pop-ins to be my headline. I come right in here, and then at the font, I come in and I have all the different fonts that I can choose from. So let's say I wanted it instead to be Montserrat. Now you'll see it changed, and then they have the weight, which is next. Now this is, for instance, you've got regular, where you'll see how it actually bolds it or unbolds it, or you can make it even thinner, or I can make it so it's even more thick. It's really whatever your personal preference or the presets you want for your brand is. But I highly recommend going through, building out these different styles, so that way it's much easier as you're creating your funnel. You're literally a button click away, whether having to log in, change all the settings so they match every time. So let's say, for instance, you look down at the bottom here, I'm on my headlines. You've got your extra large headline, your large headline, your medium, and your small, which match here. Maybe I want let's just say I want all my extra large to be a 72 pixels. So I just come right here, change it to 72, and bam, now all my headlines are there. Maybe I want my large to be a 45 pixels. So it's 40. Now we got 45. And maybe my medium, I want that to be a 32. And let's say my small, I want to be maybe 22. And the cool thing when you do this, it allows you to have consistency and continuity throughout your funnel, which really adds to the overall aesthetics and appeal of your funnel. You don't want to have like 17 different sizes of your headlines all throughout. To you, it might look cool, but to the average user of your funnel, it's going to look messy. So you want all your headlines to be one specific size throughout, or using these different ones, and this allows you to quickly do it. Now, let's say, for instance, you're like, oh man, I don't like this 72, but I forgot what it was. As you can see, these icons down the side here, right now, you'll see that a lot of these are grayed out, but the ones that are highlighted blue like this, that means you've adjusted from the original setting. So all you need to do now is, if I wanted to revert this back to is I click on it, and you see it goes right back to whatever setting it was. So that's really great in case you're in there messing around, you ever mess up and you're like, oh, I need to revert it back. Just click that button and it'll go back to the original setting. So let's make this just bold, perfect. And we'll leave that right there, we'll say. Now we'll come in, and maybe you don't want your subheadlines to be different. Maybe you want them to be, let's say we want them to be Oswald, and I want them to be regular sized. And I want my extra large one to be a 35, let's say. Boom. So play along with this. What I recommend too is going out and writing down the sizes you want, and then coming in here and placing it, rather than trying to figure out while you're actually inside the actual builder here. The next thing you're going to want to look at after you've figured out all those is you want to go to your colors. So if you go to your colors, you'll see right here that you have different backgrounds. So let's say you've got, again, 5 of these. You've got your darkest to your lightest, and it goes off your color palette. Let's say I don't like this one. So, and then at the very top, you'll see are your theme colors. So maybe I don't want gray to be part of my theme. Maybe I instead want that to be blue. So I'd come in here and change that out. And then you can see I come in and hit my base, and now I can change that out blue. So if you're having trouble changing these guys, your headline, your subheadline, your link, etc., content, any of these guys, those are going to be set up right here off your theme colors. So you can see right here, I've got like 3 different shades of white. So I come here, I'm like, I don't want that. I want to use this red. So now I come in here and I'm like, oh, I want my headlines to be white, but I want all my subheadlines to be red. And then I want my content to be black. And then I like my links to be this blue. I want this. And the cool thing is I can go through here and preset all this stuff, and that allows for really quick funnel building. And it takes a little while to set up these styles, but do it. It's going to save you hours, if not days worth of time building out funnels in the future. So once you've set all your themes for your colors, you're going to then set your shadows. There's 3 basic styles, and you can see here you've got style 1, 2, and 3, and they've got a different little shadow about them. So let's say that I want number 1 here to be outset, which means it's around the edge, versus inset, which means it's inside the actual box. So I want an outset, and then you've got your X and Y direction. So maybe I want it to be a little bit offset over this direction. I can just slide my X a little and see how it shoots out there. Let me just shoot a little bit this way, and then your Y is your up and down. So let me just shoot up just this way. And now see, I've got like sort of angled shadow going on it. And again, you've got what's called your blur, which is how much of a shadow, and then your actual spread, which is how far the shadow goes away, as well as the color. So let's say that for shadow style 1, I want it maybe to be black. So let's turn down the blur, or turn up the blur a little bit, but shoot down the spread. And instead, oh, you know what? I don't remember what it was for my X and Y. So what do? I just clear it. Boom. And now it's got a perfect border shadow around it. Let's go a little more blur so it's out past that, and we'll go a little less spread. Boom. And there you go. Now I've got it highlighted. And maybe for shadow number 2, you'll go up to shadow 2 here. Maybe I want that to be like a red or something like that. And you can, again, just play with this, guys. Play with how you want your different shadows to look. And you're going to figure it out as you go along with it. Oh, this is what I want, or how you want it, or maybe you want to be really tight or something. So these are your different shadow styles. Come in here, set up the 3 shadows ahead of time. And then you're going to come in, and here's your different border styles. You'll see you've got a light border. Maybe you use a lot of dashes. So you know what? Number 2, I'm going to set that up for dashes. And in mine, I always like to use, and you've got your palette here you can choose from, but let's say that I like sort of like a yellow. And I want it to be a little thicker than that. So we use a stroke size. Let's go up to like a 5. And now, boom. And maybe, you could use that on your order forms or for different borders on stuff within your funnel. Now you've already got it pre-set up. And rather than having to go, okay, what was my color? Set the size on the stroke so that I have the same thickness. Now it's all preset. So you literally go in, border style, number 2, boom, you're done. It's that easy. Next thing, you're going to look at your buttons. These buttons are very silly looking. Go in here and change these, okay? So first thing you've got, again, is your color. Let's go with a black button. Let's change it up to Oswald. Let's change up the color again. So here you've got your background color first. Again, we're on style button number 1, which is this first one. Next thing, you've got your weight. Now, again, that's how thick the actual font itself is. We're going to leave that. You've got your size. I don't like using REM. I'm going to use the pixels. So let's go with a 25 for my font size there. And we'll break this little link. Now, mind you, if you break this little link right here, you'll see if I change, right now it's not broke. So if I change one, it changes on both of them. But if I break this link, now I can adjust my mobile size. Boom. And you'll see here's mobile and here is the actual desktop. So that way you can have them independent. Maybe I want that to be a little bit bigger even. So boom, now I'll grow this guy up. We'll go mobile, boom. All right. So next thing you're looking at is your letter spacing. That's how far your actual letters are apart. It's just like in the font. So you change that. And then your letter height is how far, again, the lines are apart from each other. Next thing would be your color. So let's change that to a white. And then we're going to go down here and change the subtext to a white too, because I don't like that yellow. Right now it's got a border on it. We're going to turn that off. But what I am going to do, and mind you, a lot of you are going to be like, well, how do I add shadows to buttons when you're inside the builder? You cannot add shadows to buttons inside the builder. You have to do them inside styles. So we're going to outset. We're going to go ahead and give this a little bit of a blue border. And again, I'm going to come and play with this later when I'm actually building it out. But there you go. Now look at that. Now I've got a cool little shadow underneath it. I've got the button style. And it's really easy. And then if you wanted your corners, you can also set those here. So maybe I wanted a little more round. Let's do like a 10. And boom. The other thing you want to look at is the separate edges. So maybe I want it to be straight on the top, but curved on the bottom. Now what you can do is you can enable this. And you'll see like, oh, okay, let's see, I wanted the top to be straight. So I just go top all the way out. And now look, so that's perfect for if I wanted to button that up to maybe like a top of a funnel or some picture or something. And I didn't want the top to be rounded. Now I've got a flat one, or vice versa. You can do any type of different stuff. Or you wanted to really shrink it in, you can come in. Maybe I want to do like this. Boom. Oh, there you go. You can do all types of fun stuff. Look at that. So you can really shape your buttons to anything you want, but you're going to want to do that on this page. Now, you can do different corners in the funnel builder, but you cannot do shadows, just a little FYI. So go in, set up all your different buttons, and then it's easy. It's just like, oh, I want button number 1. I want button number 2 for this. I want button number 3. Most likely, you're going to only use 2 to 3 different button styles in your funnel. So this helps with ease of use. Next thing, you're going to be looking at corners. This is just like what I was just messing with, except for these are presets. That's the cool thing about this. These are all presets. So let's say, oh, I don't like this number 3 here. I want that to actually be a circle. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring it on in until, boom, now I've got a circle going on. Or maybe up, you know what? I don't want the top to be that way. I want the top to be flat. So now I've got like a half. And the cool thing is these are all, like I said, presets. It's just a button click away. That's why setting up your styles ahead of time is so important. So that's your basic style setup. So once you've implemented your theme, again, that's a theme that's going to go throughout your funnel, set up your style so that way you're not spending hours in your funnel changing it up every time. Now we're going to go ahead and jump up in a little bit in the funnels. Now go here. Then you're going to go down to the funnels tab. So first you're going to go to site and files, then you go to funnels. Now, mind you, this is your theme right here. If I wanted to customize my theme, I can go in here, hit customize. And now I can go to any of the pages that are pre-built for me. They have a home page, a storefront page. They got your product page, your blog, your category, your customer center. You can see I already went in and styled all this. That's why during the training, I didn't want to reset it. They were doing the Jane Doe theme, and I didn't want to reset it because I've already set up some of this stuff. Then here's your customer center. You know, this is what it's going to look like to buy products from you. And you can change these up inside these different areas. These are pre-made pages that when you pick your theme, these are created for you by ClickFunnels. Highly recommend going into each of these pages and styling a little. At least they're going to give you a base that goes along with your theme, but you're going to want to go in, add your own pictures, your own branding, and use your style settings to make sure that everything matches and flows. Next thing you're going to look at is the funnel tab right here. Now, to create a funnel, there's two different things. There's, first of all, recipes. And these are going to give you examples of what a base funnel would look like. So here's an opt-in funnel, a product, reverse squeeze, a summit funnel, a lead magnet funnel, a deal funnel. And again, it's got how many steps it is and what the purpose of the funnel is: to sell a product, to generate leads, etc. And it's all got all different types. I myself always use blanks, but for a lot of you that are just starting out, this is going to be a great way for you to get a base idea of what your funnel is going to be like without having to have the experience that I have. So let's say we're just going to use today, we're going to do a lead magnet funnel. We'll just come in and click this guy, and you'll choose whatever name it is. We're just going to leave it at lead magnet funnel. And then you're going to come to the builder page. This is the actual flow or layout of your funnel. Now, they say in the lead magnet funnel, they've given you an opt-in and a thank you page. Now, the first thing you need to know about the funnel creator is that the URL is at the very top, and you'll just pop out, click out the pop-up, and that will allow you to see the first page in the funnel. You'll also see that it's always in test mode. That allows you to do product tests and different things like that and actually buy your product without having to set it up differently in Stripe like they used to. This allows you to test everything out while you're in test mode. To turn off test mode, you're going to go to the settings tab, and then you're going to turn off test mode right here. Underneath the settings tab, you're also able to change the name, as well as this drop down here will have any of the domains that you've set up right now in ClickFunnels. If you haven't set any up, it's going to give you your myclickfunnels.com domain. And right now you'll see mine is set up for the funnel doc, but if you wanted to change that to yourself, you're going to go out of this page, go to the settings tab, the gear icon on the left, and then scroll down, and right here is where you change that guy out. See how mine says the funnel doc? If I wanted to say something different, I type whatever it is, and that will help brand you until you get your domains up. So it could be Lady Boss. I type in Lady Boss, and it'd say ladyboss.myclickfunnels.com. So let's go back to funnels. All right. So we've got our recipe created. You can also hit create a funnel right here. That's just going to start with a blank funnel. It's the same basic layout. Again, just like when you're creating your other one, if you want to change the funnel step or the name of the funnel, this is where you'd have your base URL, and then you can have anything you want after it. So it could be like, you know, Jeff is great. You know, I could type something like that. Great. Boom. So that, and then it shows you the URL of it is available. You hit create funnel, and you would have a blank one. But since we went ahead and started with the lead magnet funnel, let's jump into that bad boy, and I'll explain some different stuff inside the actual funnel editor. Now, first of all, you'll see you have this map to the side right here that can be turned off or on with this little map button. Boop, boop. And you'll see wherever it's highlighted white is what's in the actual screen right here. So I scroll down, you'll see now I can see right here at the top, and look where it cuts off. And right now, when you only have 2 steps, it's not very helpful. But just think, if you had a huge funnel and you had flows going all different way and you're split testing, this allows you to know exactly where your funnel you're looking at. And if you have a certain spot that you wanted to see right away, you can actually click to move. So now I'm like right here where it's opt-in, you can see it's blacked out. But if I click it, boom, it goes right to that area. So you can actually do that. You've got the ability to add funnel steps at the beginning, middle, or anywhere you see these pluses, you can add another page or a decision. Now, what a decision is you've got split paths. You've got the ability to do split testing, or you can do conditional testing. Now, I'm going to wait and get in the whole video about split testing and conditional testing itself, because we'll spend 10 plus minutes just on that part alone. Other than that, you'll pick a page, and then you'll have all different types of options that are pre-made templates in here, or you'll have the different ones. You know, these are don't have a lot of templates right now, or you have your own funnel pages where you see, if I click my funnel pages, these are all the different pages I've created so far in here. Now you'll pick whichever one you want. And the cool thing about this is if you're using your same funnel and you want it to be similar, this allows you to click one of your funnel templates, change it up real quickly, and it allows you for speed of funnel creation. Or you can always use the funnel page, which will be a blank page right here at the top right. If you know the name of it, you can also search for it in the actual search bar at the top. So we're just going to go ahead and grab just an opt-in funnel here. We'll choose opt-in number 4. And if you want, you can also preview. So you can't preview on those. I'm sorry. You can only do that on your own pages. On your own pages, though, if you look at it, you come in, you'll see a preview view here where you can get an idea of what it looks like ahead of time. So like if I want to do that, I can hit preview. And then I can be like, is this the one I wanted to use, or do I want to use something different? And then if you decide that's the one you want to use, you'll hit choose, and it'll automatically load that into the page. So, but for this one, let's go ahead and use this opt-in page just so it keeps it simple for you guys. Opt-in, there we go. I'm going to choose like this one. We'll go choose. Now, off to the side here, you're going to name it. This will be opt-in or whatever you want it to be. Opt-in, and you'll see as you type right here, it automatically populates this URL. I hit a space, it gave me a little hash. If I wanted to add something else, I could add another space and then type opt-in, be whatever, and whatever you want. It can literally be anything, but it automatically populates it right here for you. We'll go with opt-in real quick, and we'll leave it right there, and then you hit create page. Now, when I hit edit, you'll be able to actually edit the page. We're not going to get into editing pages today. That will be tomorrow as well. One of the things you'll do next is I'm giving you a full layout of the actual funnel before you get in here. You'll see off to the side right here, this is to add workflows. So if you want to have it so it does an email, or maybe you're doing something special with workflows, again, we'll have a whole training just specifically on workflows. You could set that up for that funnel step here. So like, for instance, I click this guy. I could come and use one of the pre-done workflows I've done before, or create a new workflow itself. Again, we're going to get into workflows in the later. The other thing is, maybe I decided I didn't want this opt-in page here. I can literally grab it. There we go. And now it switched it up. And so, you know what? I decided I didn't want that there. You come right here, and now I switched it back. So this, you can move it with the 6 dots here. You can add a new page or steps by any time you see the plus. You can also click right here. You can split test. You can add a product. You can attach a workflow. You can see the step settings and then the page settings as well. And then to actually edit the page itself, you'll click the edit button. That's going to open up the ClickFunnels editor, and you'll be able to go in there. Now, that's going to wrap up today. Tomorrow, we're going to actually get inside the funnel itself. I'm going to be breaking down all the different elements, how to set them up, and the actual flow of the funnel itself. Today, I just want to give you an overview of all the settings so you understand every different aspect of the funnel before you actually get in. Before we wrap up, we're going to go over a couple more things here that I didn't talk about. Now, if you see this little sort of chart going at the top right here, this is for analytics. If I click this, you'll see right here that it will actually populate on the page itself, along with over here, how many, depending on what page it is, whatever makes sense for that page. So if this was a order form, it would have sales right here. Since it's the opt-in page, you're going to see page views and opt-ins. And then off to the left, if I want to set, there's all different types of times. You can say yesterday, week to date, month, last 30 days, year to date, last year, or custom, where if I want to click this, I could just pick, I wanted this go from October 1st through the 7th. I hit OK, and then it will show me the different stats according to the funnel as a whole, according to those dates. And then the last thing you would need to know about is what we went over is your settings, as well as right here on the 3 hamburger dots, you've got a share funnel link. So if I wanted to share this funnel, I'll click this guy. It will then ask me if I want to use this for when you hit generate share funnel, It will then ask if you want to do a leads generation or sell a product. Choose one of those, and it will then give you a link that you're able to get people that will actually create this exact funnel for them, and they'll be able to incorporate it into their own system. The last thing you want to see over here is your analytics. You can turn those off. You can turn the mini map off from here, as well as page previews. So if I didn't want to see that pop up that shows me what the page looks like, I can turn it off, especially when you have a bunch of funnels. That's something I highly recommend, or not new and you're not sure what's actually in each different funnel. So that's going to wrap up today. Tomorrow, we're going to be jumping in the funnel itself. We're going to be going over the entire layout of the funnel editor, along with all the different elements, what they mean, how to use them, how to adjust them, and all that good stuff. And then in the following day, we're going to actually start building out in the editor itself, and I'm going to show you everything. So thanks so much for watching today's video. Let me know if you have any questions down in the description. If you happen to need help with your ClickFunnels 2 migration, like maybe you have everything in ClickFunnels 1, you have a whole ecosystem built out, don't want to take the time to do it. I have a full agency that's helped me create millions of dollars worth of funnels, as you can see from my awards behind me, that will help you to move everything over into ClickFunnels 2.0 so it looks exactly the same, if not even better. Make sure everything works, tested, and is good to go. So if that's interesting for you, there's also a link down below. You can check that out. And with that, I'm the Funnel Doc. I'm out of here. Peace.